die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash, cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, nowhere, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back.
Hey, so it's Dwight's birthday today. I'm promising her a bed frame for a month to get the bed off the floor, and I just haven't done it. I've been so busy. So it's her birthday, and she's at work, and so I didn't tell her what I'm doing, and I went ahead and went to Home Depot and picked up all this lumber. I still need to cut these boards, these 1x4s. I need to cut these guys for the headboards. So anyways, this is the project for tonight. She's off work in 3 hours. Let's see if I can get this done in time. We're down to an hour and a half till she gets off work, and running out of time.
So Andrew made me a bed frame for my birthday, which is amazing. It's beautiful. Like, it's been in the works for a while.
Yeah,
like,
it's been an idea for a while.
But getting more pregnant.
Carrying a second human around, so just wanted to build something for dopest wife in the world.
Oh,
that's doing all this work. It's going through a lot right now, really. Getting to the final stages of pregnancy, and so definitely needed to have a bed off the floor.
We're at the final stage, right?
Yeah,
We're 35 weeks.
We ran out of excuses of just having just moved in. Got it done. Had a couple hiccups with hardware and whatnot. To find some really hard to find brackets that you just can't find in Alaska. Nobody had them, except for one cabinet maker just happened to have a whole set sitting around. The bed's amazing, and as you can see, the wolves...
I mean, it's not our bed. It's the dog's bed still.
It's the wolves' bed.
And they approve. They like it. Immediately when we moved in here, we got our mattress. My mentality, I'm like, well, we just need a bed frame. Let's just go out and get a Costco metal bed frame. Just get the bed off the floor. Quick fix. I just appreciate your resiliency. Andrew's just like,
no.
Do it better. It'll look better. It'll be built better.
I think it is.
It is.
I think 100%. It is, you know.
So it's worth the wait. And this is more us. Like, I love like the coastal driftwood thing, and you totally tied that in with like the classic gray and whitewash. Absolutely stunning. You did really go big.
It's funny how bad staining work can end up just looking like driftwood.
It was a huge surprise. Like, I can't believe he got it done so fast. Usually when Andrew makes projects, he's like so nitpicky. Everything has to be perfect and lined up, and I'm like, it looks fine. You got it done really quickly.
It came together faster than I thought. All these projects are like first time projects for me. Never done a door before, never done a bed. It's all learning. No.
Talented.
It was pretty good, and I think totally worth it, because I think at the end of the day we ended up with spending probably $200 on the lumber. Well, I'm tooling up to do more projects, which is why it's kind of worth it for me. You can't just go spend $200 on lumber and have a bed. You do have to have a few things, a few extra tools.
Lumber and a hammer. That's all you need.
Lumber and a hammer.
So today we're going to the Holiday Vintage Market, which is at the Alaska State Fair in Palmer. It's a bunch of local vendors and
food trucks, sleigh rides. We'll see if the reindeer are out. It's negative 15 today, so
Santa might be there.
Santa might be there, with or without his sleigh. Something that we're really trying to do is really buy American.
And local if we can.
Yeah, buy as local as possible. So my big thing is I want to find made in USA stuff. More than that, we want to support the local Alaskan market as well. It's great to go to these markets and meet local vendors, meet folks that do things locally. As much as we love Amazon, it's convenient. It's also nice to support the small business. We'll kind of share some of those things with you.
And I don't think we've ever done this in a video. We are all about like made in USA and also just supporting
the
local businessman or woman trying to support their family with their passions and keeping work in the States. So if you guys have made in USA company that you love that people may have not heard of before, drop it in the comments.
No, seriously.
Yeah, and just share that.
Because if you have your own company, you have a small shop, you have a small business, something made in USA, crafted in USA, let us know. We'd love to put your name out there as well as much as we can.
So yeah, we're gonna leave the dogs at home because it's a little cold for them.
Yes.
And run to that holiday market, and we'll catch up with you guys there.
Hey, it's amazing the subtle games that you are playing. And you don't even know I exist, but you have got me on your hit list. And you're conspiring, girl, you are sexual and bad. And now you got this on your conscience, because now I'm unresponsive. Shots through my chest as you watch me bleed. Every kick, drum, hit is a symphony. Every brush of your curves is the air I breathe. You speak, I am listening.
There's an airplane coming.
Okay.
We just came from the Alaska, was it the State Fair? No, not the State Fair. It was a,
oh gosh, what's the name?
It's called the Vintage,
Festival?
Yes, we're gonna call it that, the Vintage Festival. The Alaska Vintage Festival. We're gonna go with that.
So that takes place in Palmer, Alaska at the Alaska State Fairgrounds. So this is where like the state fair takes place every summer, but they also hold a lot of holiday events kind of during their off seasons too.
So many cool shops, local artists there, local clothing companies. Yeah, planes overhead. Just a lot of cool shops there. We visited Kodiak Tea Company, got a couple of awesome teas from them, a Kodiak Crudbuster and a Salmonberry fusion. Apparently Salmonberry is supposed to be great for you. But they live out in Kodiak, and it was awesome chatting with them.
Their climate is completely different than what we're experiencing here in the valley. They were commenting of how dang cold it is. So we learned that Kodiak doesn't get a lot of snow. It rains a lot, and it's actually like 30 degrees right now.
It's more overcast. They're island in the middle of the ocean. Out here, we've had a completely sunny day today. We're at sunset now.
It's still negative temperatures though, for sure.
Yeah, it's still negative temperatures here, but it's still, it's been a blue sky, where down there's not so much of that. Point is, the climate varies a lot within the state of Alaska, and Kodiak Island, that's only a few hundred miles away from here. We found this local bee farm, honey from Alaska and from Hawaii, 4950 farms. Here's some of their apple butter from their own apple trees here in Alaska. Weedy Likey Blossom honey from their Hawaiian bees that they have on a big island down there.
They split their time between Alaska and Hawaii, making honey and jam.
Best of both worlds.
Dream.
What a life.
Yeah, but we were talking to them for a little bit, and she educated us on like raising bees and then producing honey in Alaska. And the time is really short because they start producing honey around like June, July. And then usually by like October, they release the bees to kind of naturally pass away. It gets way too cold and they can't survive in the winter.
Yeah, but that was awesome to meet those folks, and so many more awesome booths in there. Great food trucks. If you get a chance to go to the Vintage Festival, you should.
Santa was there.
Yes, we saw Santa
and Mrs. Claus.
and his sleigh, a Ram 1500. It was amazing. Came straight from the North Pole.
Yeah, no reindeer, sadly. They do have an exhibit here normally. It's a little too cold for the reindeer and the handlers, so they dipped out a little early. A lot of families were there, little kids. So if you live in Alaska or you're visiting around the holidays, definitely come and check it out. In the meantime, we're gonna drive off into this gorgeous Alaska sunset.
It's so crazy.
It's so pretty.
Look at the layers. The blue.
Look at the layers.
Into the pink, into the, this is a beautiful sunset.
Well, it is absolutely freezing, so we're gonna head back inside the truck that has been warming up this entire time. Hope you guys have a good night.
Run through the fire.